Welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things West Indies cricket. By the fans, for the fans. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. I'm your co-host, Machel St. Patrick, here at one half of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, and we are here for another live watch-along. Trinbago Knight Riders versus the 5 out of 5 Barbados Royals. And first things first, before we even get into anything, what an atmosphere. Trini Posse, TKR fans have packed out the stadium. No disrespect to St. Kitts or St. Lucia, but it bangs differently. It bangs differently when the crowds are packed out in Trinidad. Similarly, the same will be the case when they're packed out in Guyana as well. There's just a different element to it all when the cricket's on in Trinidad and Guyana, and you're going to get an amped up crowd. Yes, Fireball, he's there. Just bigging up the crowd, Fireball. Such as his dedication to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast watch along that he's even tuned in from the live just to drop a like and say big up Fireball. TKR need a win today. They've only played 4 games, but still need a win today. They need to find some form, need to get a win, etc. Sheldon's in the house. Javid's in the house. Michael's in the house. Michael, boy, I just woke up from a little 35-minute sleep. I tried to catch life with a little 35-minute sleep before this live, and I won't lie to you. Match hasn't even started, and I'm already tired. You see that Sunday? Sunday I had energy, but see when it's in the middle of the week and I've gone to work, I'm dead for tired, man. But we'll see. We're here again. We're back again tomorrow as well. Boy. 1 second, people. Let me get my where's my pads? Go get my notepad out. Got to do this match report for CPL. Boy, oh boy. So we move. Last time I did a live was on Sunday. Who won that game again? The Royal. Who was that game again? I've seen so many games, I don't even know what games are going on anymore. Who won? Oh yeah, that's it. The Kings beat the Patriots. So here we go. First ball about to bowl off. Royals. Oh, I haven't even gone for the teams. Oh my gosh. Sorry, people, if you don't know. Mayers is opening the bowling, by the way, for the Royals. And who's that? I think that's Narayan on strike, cuts away straight away. And TKR have got going. Big celebration for the 1 run immediately. Let me just get the teams up. Christmas Xmas party saying send link. Send what link? Link? You know what? Let me block this guy. Man, just telling me about send link. Allow me, man. Let me get the teams up. Where's the teams? Where did I put the teams? 1 second. Right, okay, so yeah, the TKR team, people. Webster, Narayan, Munro. Sorry, Mayers comes in for the second ball. That's a wide. Munro, Puran, Seifert, Pollard, Dre Russ, Prasanna, Rampal, Seals, and Duperville. So that's the TKR team. Akil Hussain is still not fitted. I think that's had a big impact on TKR. Prasanna and Seals come in. I think Seals should have played some more games for TKR by now, but in he comes. And then the Royals, Mayers, Cornwall comes back in. Quinton de Kock, Corbin Bosch. That's another wide by Mayers. You have to reload that one. Is he called that? Wait, what? Umpire must have thought he touched something. Oh, no, he has signaled it now. Okay, fine. Bosch, Miller, Azam Khan, Holder, Hayden Walsh Jr., Obed McCoy. Mujib has finally turned up at the tournament after the Asia Cup, comes straight into the side, and Ramon Simmons. 3 changes for the Royals. Cornwall, Mujib, and Simmons come into the 11. Simmons has probably come in because remember that if emerging players have to play at least 5 games in the tournament, so I figured that Simmons would have to come in at some point in time. Boy, if any of you are in Jamaica, I'm going to be on TVJ 7:45, recording an interview earlier on. Oh, and Webster reaches for that one, runs through for a quick single. Knight Riders 4 without loss. Yeah, I'm on TVJ. I think it's airing about, when for those who are Jamaican, news comes on about 7 o'clock. Sports feature, and the interview is on at 7:45. And we talk about whether West Indies should select Fabian Allen or Dre Russ. Obviously, it's Jamaican TV, so it's got a Jamaican hint. Has he been dropped? Oh, I've only just realised Puran's opening. Oh my God. Sorry, people. I've just realised Puran's opening. And he's just been dropped as well. There's me thinking, I saw a left-hander and just assumed it was Narayan. But it's Puran. And he's just been put down at cover. Easy chance, and Bosch has dropped it. That's how you know I'm tired, that I didn't even know that Puran was out there. Just took for granted it was Narayan, Anyways, will he catch a life there? He's in my fantasy team, actually. That's an obvious decision, or a clear decision, to put Puran at the top. He's been coming in so late and usually having to rebuild an innings. I get why, having seen the Rhine not work at the top, why they would have made a change. Webster doesn't quite catch that one on the hook. And that's the end of the first over, 6 without loss. So Puran catches alive, TKR catch alive, 6 without loss. I'm going to sneeze, people. If you're in the live, press like, press subscribe. Yeah, Michael, Puran has been dead. That's half the reason I picked him, though, because I knew that loads of people have probably taken him out of their side. He has to come good at some point because Nicholas Puran. So I was like, yeah, you know what, let me bring him in. But I didn't see him open him. Morgan says, good to see Puran opening. Gives TKR an opportunity to make most of the power play. Exactly. Pollard and Russell can take care of the big hitting at the end. Narayan was wasting time. Aaron says it's good to see CPL focus on the emerging players, 100. Michael says he thinks QDK is underrated. Majib, as expected, comes into the power play. He's debuting this year's CPL. Always a strong performer in CPL. First ball's wide down leg side. You'll have to reload that. Javid says, I wonder if Mayers will bowl again. Yeah, I'd expect so. At least a second over. I think they're just saying that Majib arrived yesterday and he's come straight into the side. I think with Mayers, you should always bowl him for one. And dependent on how he goes, you then have the bonus of being able to say, we can bring him back again for a second. Particularly, what was the game? Oh, I have to go back there. So many games. Oh, and Webster pierces that one through the gap for 4. TKR been to 11 without loss. I was going to say, yeah, remember there was that game earlier on in the tournament. Was it against the Kings where Mayers took 4 wickets in 2 overs? So, yeah, definitely a bonus bowler. I'm coming back to some comments that are just coming in, but I'm going up to the top to see if I missed anything. I probably did. Rickon says, what's up? Yep, pick up yourself, Rickon. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Webster goes after that one, up and over the covers. Again, 1 bounce, 4. He moves to double figures. Trini fans going mad. Michael says, get another 4 hours in. Boy. So I've had 30 minutes prior to the start of this. I might sneak in 7 minutes in between the innings changeover. That's 37. If the match finishes early, maybe 3:30, I can add another 2 hours, or just catches him on the pads. That's sliding down legs. So another 2 hours, maybe 2.5. I reckon I can get 3 hours and 7 minutes sleep before work. If I can get 3 hours in, I'm winning. Or Webster tries to cut him off the back foot. Can't do anything with that. Nearly chops him. Aaron says, "Yeah, I was wilding on Sunday. I even did 5 extra overs. I did I did the first, 6 overs. In fact, I did the power play of the Patriots. So I might do that today. But you lot numb. You lot numb due to fall asleep in this live watch along. And again, Webster's not really reading what Mujeeb is doing here. That wraps him on the pads again. That's the end of the over. He has got 9 off it, but he didn't look totally comfortable against Mujeeb. All right, let's go down to the recent comments now. Actually, let me just update the score first. Anyways, road to 4K. That's what we're trying to do, people. Ooh. So, people, I've briefly put myself on mute whilst I fix. Right, I'm not making the same mistake. This time I'm opening up the live subscriber counter in the background, so I actually know how many subscribers are on. Road to 4K people. We started. Oh, Jason comes in to bowl the third over. We started this live with 3,028 subscribers. We want to end this live with minimum 3,050. So what are we asking for? We're asking for 22 more subscribers by the end of this live. That's not even asking for a lot. Currently, we're on 3,030, but I can't see the likes. So anyone who's got eyes on the likes, let's up the likes. Puran advances down the track to Holder, and that's 1 bounce and 4. Just evades the man running around the boundary, who can't pull that in. Will this Puran at the top experiment come off? Hey, watching live from Port of Spain. It's a vibe. Even I'm feeling the vibe, and I'm not there. Crowd getting me amped. I'll still fall asleep, but the crowd is getting me amped so far. Anyways, let me update the score for those who are new into the live. Let me let people know. Holder comes back in again. Third ball of the over, and again Puran reaches that one. It's a full ball. We can only drive that out to the cover. No run. So people, I'm making sure I update the score here. Puran is on 6 from 6. I know lots of you are writing in the chat about World Cup squad, and we'll get into that. I ain't forgotten that. Any of you who are Guyana Amazon Warriors fans sent the latest episode of West Indies on 99.94 dropped today, where we focused just on the Warriors. And we went in deep on why they haven't been that good. So if you're Warriors fan, go take a look at that episode. I'll drop the link if you want to know where to find that. I'll drop the link in the chat in a minute. It's obviously on all the podcast channels and on YouTube as well, obviously. Puran advances down the wicket to Holder, pulls that one. Should be able to come round for 2 there, even with Hayden Walsh Jr. being the fielder, and they do come back for 2. Knight Riders move to a 21 without loss. 2 more balls to go of the third over. Anyways, let's find some comments. Where are we? Yo says, Mash, name one big surprise that you think will be in the squad tomorrow. Don't think we're in for many big surprises. I think there can only be 4 names. Okay, let's see. Genuine surprise. Even if I call the names that I think will come, I don't think they're surprises. Puran reaches for that one wide of the leg stump and is able to skew that out to the cover swan run. Genuine surprise. Is there really Raymond Reefer? I think that would be the name. If he gets in, I think most people would be surprised if he got into the squad, but I think there's an outside chance he could make it. Aaron says young players like Bethel didn't get a chance during the 100. Yo says Mujibi's 21. I don't believe that. There's no way Mujibi's 21. In the same way how Rashid Khan is still supposed to be like 25. No, I don't believe him. Sorry. Oh, now that's gone. It's a short ball. Webster's gone after it. Oh my gosh. Who's dropped that? Is that Ramon Simmons? The youngsters dropped it. Deep square coming off the boundary. It's gone sky high, and maybe Simmons has dropped that under the lights. It should have been a wicket. Webster catches a life. Trinidad 23 without loss. There's been some atrocious fielding in this tournament, you know. That should have been taken. Let me update this score for you lot. Trinidad haven't got away to a flyer, though. I mean, it's steady. It's steady, but it's not a flyer. Royals should be happy with this. The Royals are a bit of a disadvantage here, though, because it's the first game of the TKR leg of the tournament, and arguably, yes, you'd want to. It makes sense. It makes sense to bowl first because you want to see what the pitch is saying, but the TKR team is basically a Trinidad side, so they're more likely to know what's needed at the Oval. Anyways, surprise, surprise, Rakeem Cornwall actually gets a ball. And that should be out, or I think that's out. Has he got enough? Has he got enough? Yep, he's gone. Cornwall strikes with his first ball. Holder saw his ball dropped. Holder comes round off the boundary, takes the catch, and Tion Webster has to go for 11. And that's the first strike. Rakeem Cornwall in the game. So the drop doesn't matter. No extra runs are added. Tion Webster gone. Reached for that one, just didn't execute. Right, let's get into the comments, man. Colin Monroe's new batter. And if we go back to some of the comments, Aaron says, do you think Cornwall will be as effective if he lost weight? Who knows, man? Who knows? I definitely think he shouldn't be on the outside looking in just because of his weight. Rakeem Cornwall, with all of his weight, is still a much better player than some of the players that are currently in West Indies in the West Indies side. Some of you are wondering what I'm writing. It's just some notes for the match report I'll do later. First, Monroe faces his first ball and gets off strike immediately. I mean, that ball from Cornwall was there to be hit. It's just poor execution from Webster. Michael says, I really hope that Cornwall does lose weight because he would make a great addition in all formats. Correct. Again, that's bowled wide on wide ball, but Puran works that off his pad for 1 run. Again, drifting into the pads on the leg side. Don't know if that's a deliberate tactic from Cornwall, but he hasn't got his radar exactly in. But I mean, he's bowled 4 balls, 2 runs. Barbados will be very excited about that. Ooh, better ball this time. Monroe can't do anything with that. No run. This is more spin, please. Get through the overs quickly so I can start thinking about bed. Supernova says, if this is how the TKR game is during an early weekday, Bold. He's dragged on. Munro's gone for one. He's dragged on. Cornwall's taken two. In the over. The TKR's batting woes. What's happened here? That's absurd. It's gone high off his pad into his elbow and just ricochets into the stumps. I mean, Cornwall's not bowled a good wicket there. It's fortuitous, but who cares? He's taken 2 wickets. And once again, TKR are not off to a good start. Tim Seifert comes in. And this is why TKR have been in problems throughout the whole tournament. They can't get going with the bat. Their top order is not producing, and it's putting too much pressure on your Pollards, your Dre Russes, and what earlier on in the tournament, your Purans to come good. Anywho, 25 for 2 at the end of the 4th over. Sorry, people, I'm just updating the score. I'll come to you in a second. So Puran is still there, 10 not out from 9. And Tim Seifert has joined him. Right-handed Tim Seifert. He hasn't got going this tournament either. Just so many. Majib comes in for the 5th over. And Puran immediately works at for 1 to the man on the perimeter. Right, anyways, let's go back to some comments. Yeah, pad into stomach, rolls back into the stumps. Right, let's go back to some comments. Aaron says, I thought Webster was a young guy. No West Indian player is young. Really, and gone. Majid's bowled him. Seifert's gone for a duck. Just like I said, the top order is not firing for Trinidad. It's another wicket gone. Seifert, first ball, golden duck, gone. Majid just come off a plane yesterday, straight into the side, shambles for TKR. Boy, 26 for 3. Inside edge onto the stumps. Selection poor, though. It's like a freebie for Majid. The gap between bat and pad was ridiculous. This is a mess for Trinidad. Who's coming now? Is it Dre Russ? Is it Pollard? Once again, they're leaving the back end to have to rebuild a shambles of a start. It's Pollard. So Pollard has come in the power play because Webster, Munro, and Seifert has done a madness in the power play. Last 2 wickets played on. Horrendous shots, really and truly, from both Munro and Seifert. It's long for Trinidad, 26 for 3. Now Puran and Pollard basically have to consolidate. Obviously, it's a power play. If there's a ball in the slot, you've got to hit it. But such is the situation. They might just have to see out the power play. Let me just update on Twitter what's going on. And Majib into Pollard. I think Pollard's going early as well, Well, gets off the mark straight away as he lost his rag. What just came off Pollard? That's an atrocious. I don't even know what Seifert was trying to do. It's an awful shot. Blood lose his shoe then? What did he lose when he just ran through that single? He lost his shoe. I thought it was his rag. He lost his shoe. Taking off there. Taking some time out now to tie the shoelaces. Machel into the left-handed Puran, and Puran works that off his pads. 1 run. Oh, they're going to come at no. 1 run. Right, I'm back now. Sorry, I was just updating some stuff on Twitter. Right, okay, so TKR 28 for 3. 2 more balls left of Machil's over. So I'm missing loads of comments, people. Sorry, I'm going to come into them. A lot going on early doors. Ooh, catches Pollard on his high on his pads, catches him on the back foot, no run. Right, that's where are we in the comments? Michael says, "What's your thoughts, Mash? Some of the players I've expected to boss this level on the 60 haven't. Why do you think that is? Don't know. It's a good question. I haven't really got to grips with. Ooh, good delivery from Machel. Pollard has to defend that back. 3 runs off the over, another wicket. 5 overs gone. I'll come back to you in a minute, Michael. 5 overs gone. TKR 28 for 3. They're in a mess right now. In fairness, Pollard and Puran have to just see it off for the time being, consolidate and set it up go as deep as they can and set it up for a Dre Russ, set it up for, I guess, Narayan. Can Narayan come in and do anything late on? All right, back to Michael's comment. Let me go find that. Yeah, already it's looking sticky. Dre Russ and Narayan Prasannas is all that's left. So Michael, why haven't they done well? Some of the players expect them to. I don't know. I'll leave that to the people in the chat. I couldn't give you any one answer. Obed McCoy comes on last over of the power play. Barbados team is well put together, this year. Puran cuts that fine. Is that Machel? Yeah, Machel comes in fine on the boundary, cuts it off. It's only 1 run. Yeah, I'll put that to the people in the comments, Michael, because I couldn't give you. I guess just a lot of players aren't in form. The players that have done well, though, whether batting or bowling, are the established West Indian players already in the T20 squad. This is why I'm saying anybody who's expecting some major changes in the World Cup squad, I don't know what they're expecting. The only changes you could expect, I think Fabian Allen will get in because his body of work in the past means he should get in. But even if you looked at Fabian, what's he really done in the tournament to justify getting in? People on the outside looking in haven't done enough. That's the reality. Yo saying he called it. I don't know what he called. What called TKR collapsing? Called TKR losing. You'll have to run back the comment again. Let me go find it from Yo. What did he say? Oh, about Cornwall take being the surprise bowler. Yes, you did call that. Morgan says Lendl Simmons could have still done a job. Yeah, probably could have done. Yo says spin versus TKR. Miller is a smart man. That's wide down the leg side. He'll have to re-bowl that. Right. So what? Yeah, 42 of you concurrently in the live at the moment. Come, people. Let's get some more people in the live. Share, like, subscribe, etc. Michael says the super team, the team that everyone, in fairness, I said it. Everyone thought TKR would be the team to beat. They are bottom. The only advantage for TKR is that they've actually only played 4 games. Even if they lose today, they've only played 5. So, and because the Royals have won 5 out of 5, if you actually look at it, no one else has got away from the pack. I mean, Jamaica are second with 6 points. TKR are bottom with 3 points. So it's not like a lot of teams have got away with it or got away from the rest, I should say. Oh, Pollard skews that one. That's 4. It's Azam Khan down on the boundary. He ain't stopping nothing, even if the ball's coming close to him. That's 4 runs. Pollard gets his first boundary. TKR moves to 34 for 3. Javid says Machel might get a short game today. I wish, Javid, every CPL game I've watched where I'd be like, this one might end early. Never ends early. Never. The last game was the earliest game I've seen so far when Patriots got bowled out for 100. And even that, by the time I jumped into bed, it was still 3:45. And I was celebrating like that was like 1 a.m. Quick single there by Pollard. Oh, no. They thought about running again, ricochet off the stumps, but no. Yo says you lose 3 overs in the power play and you lose momentum. Well, most people tend to say you lose 3 overs in the power play, you lose the game. But we remember we haven't seen we haven't seen the Royals bat yet. Although TKR are hampered without Akil. If they had Akil and Sunil, I think that's a massive advantage. But good shot by Puran. Chops that fine. But again, dude, field. Oh, they're coming up for a second. Yeah, that's good running. Good running. Puran runs 2. That's the end of the power play. They get 9 off McCoy's first over. That's actually, in the context of what's been going on, that's actually a good over. End of the power play, 37 for 3. Puran is 15 off 13. Pollard is 6 off 7. And now the game really begins. They've managed to survive and get through the power play without losing another wicket. 37 is a subpar score in the power play, but they kind of had to consolidate for those last 2 overs. See what they can do now out of the power play. Advantage Barbados, most certainly, though. Let's see what. Let's go back to some comments. Where are we? Okay. Yo says, before the start of this tournament, I said TKR's a strong team, but no players in form. We're seeing that right now. Pollard would have to make 100 here to save TKR. Listen, anything's possible, man. I wouldn't be making big presumptions right now. Last game I did, in fact, the last game in the CPL, the Knights were useless with the bat against Patriots, and I didn't think that 161 would be enough. They then bowled out the Patriots for 100. So you just never know. You just never know. And I think that's going down leg. Wait, he's given it. Wait. Duguid's given it. Pollard is out. He's got to review that, surely. Duguid's given it to the naked eye. I thought that was sliding down leg. I'm going to be honest. However, Duguid's given it. So even now, if it clips leg stump, Pollard's out. It's one of those teeth out ones where it doesn't look out. And then obviously once the umpire's given it, it's out if it clips. But if the umpire doesn't give it, it's not out if it clips. It's going to be one of those ones, I reckon. Anyways, TK and big problems here because if Pollard's out, boy. So let's see now. Pitches on leg. No, that's sliding. It's not straightening. I think that's hitting him on the front pad. If that's hit him on front pad, it's not out. If it's hit him on the back pad, maybe it's clipping. Listen, we all get these things wrong. None of you are commenting in the chat, so you lot must be as flummoxed as I am. Pollard's looking stressed out there. Either way, if he's out, it's going to be one of those unlucky ones. But I think that's not out to the naked eye. That looks like a teeth. None of you in the chat. What's the people in the chat saying? Out, not out, before they actually say the decision. That look like I don't know. Whenever Duguid gives someone out, he's always skinning his teeth as well, like it's funny. Duguid umpire Duguid cracked me up, you know. Trini fans looking stressed out here. There's still... Right, so Aaron says out, Javed says not out, Yo says out, Mickey says out. Yo says out on umpire's call. If it's out on umpire's call. It's certainly not blasting down the stumps. I just don't think it's straightened enough. Again, we're all looking at this with naked eye, but I didn't. That ball was obviously on when it pitches or lands, it's clearly going down leg. Here we go now. Yeah, it hits the inside portion of his front pad. His front pad looks like it's outside leg. If it's touching the stumps, it's nicking it. All I know is Duguid was skinning teeth when he gave it out. Duguid, Duguid said, you know what? I can be king teeth out in the Caribbean. Forget Don Dada Joe Wilson. This is taking long, man. People have got bed to go to later on and they're still out here. Wait, what? Out? Hold on, where's the TV thing? Where was the TV? Where's the TV? What's going on? Anyways, TKR scrambling. They didn't even give us a TV review to see. Duguid just said that's out. Off you go. Oh, is that what they said? Nah, that's a teeth. Hawkeye's not working, so it has to be what the umpire said. Oh my god! Only in the Caribbean. Only in the Caribbean can you get that type of teeth. I got no horse in this race. I'm a Talawars fan, but people, that's a teeth. I'm telling you, that's a teeth. That decision's rubbish. That's a rubbish decision. With the naked eye, it's pitching outside leg. It doesn't straighten enough. It hits Pollard on the front pad, on the inside of it, which at the moment of impact is outside the leg stump. Come on. That's a teeth. As Morgan says, big tournament and Hawkeye's under maintenance. This sums up the Caribbean. I can't believe what I've just seen, man. Apparently, you lot are saying it happened in England versus New Zealand, but did it happen in England versus New Zealand over such a trash decision? I'm sorry, people. That's not good enough for me. If it was over a decision where it's like, well, obviously that's out, I get it, but I don't know, man. That to me that was club cricket umpiring. I like if you'd expect me to give that out because I don't know what I'm doing or something. So, anyways, Narayan in now and TKR in big problems once again. When I put in my match report something about that being a teeth out decision, CPL are going to remove that. There's no way they're going to let me keep that in. Anyways, Puran looks like he's in all right nick, in fairness. He's rotating it after getting dropped by Bosch on one run. He's rotating it and looking all right. Yeah, Aaron's made a good point here. Like it took 7 minutes for them to then say, "Oh, by the way, it's not working." Like that, I'm not buying. I'm sorry, I'm not buying that. If the thing wasn't working, it wasn't working before the match. What were they doing for 7 minutes? Oh, that wraps him on the pad. Now, Dugid gives that one not out. That was more out than the one he just gave out. I'm sorry. That was more out than the one he gave out. I'm sorry. So the Royals don't review that, which is bizarre to me because the one that was given out did. I mean, that wasn't out. I don't think that was out. I think that was too high, but it was certainly more out than the Pollard decision. Dugid's a joke, man. Anyways, Mujib doing what Mujib does: 3 overs, 2 for 14. I even updated the scorecard. The spin is working its magic. Cornwall's got 2. Mujib's got 2. Cornwall's barely bowled in this tournament, and he's now about to bowl his second over. I'm just excited. I might be able to go to bed soon. Let me update the score. And drifts onto the legs, onto the pads, and Puran's able to run through for 1. People, I'm just updating the score. Bear with me. 60 of you in the live concurrently at the moment. Press like, press subscribe. Actually, let me go see what the subscribers are. Let's see what the subscriber numbers are saying. Narayan works off his pads, another run. 3,032 subscribers. So we've had 4 subscribers since this, extra subscribers since this live started. Anyone who can see the likes, how many likes are we on at the moment, people? Press up the like, do your thing. Again, onto the pads, worked. Puran runs through for a single. Puran's doing the right thing. Puran's still a lot of time in this game. If Puran can get it deep and then tee off, similar to that innings he played against New Zealand, if anyone remembers, where he got like 90 off. Was that in the that was in the ODI actually, where he got like 90 odd off 50 balls. That's the type. Ooh, that's the type of innings that Puran's going to need to play here. Fish says, is it time for us to conclude that TKR's strategy of picking abysmal overseas players was a bad one? It depends what you mean by abysmal, because these overseas players that they've picked have won them a tournament before. Munro's been part of a winning TKR team. Seifert's been part of a winning TKR team. So I wouldn't say it's that abysmal. Prasanna, I don't know how he got in there, though. Anyways, I missed some of your comments at the top. Let me see if it's worth going back to those now, or if I've picked all of them up. I think one thing TKR have to do, set a score. They're still going to get 4 overs of Narayan, and I'm not saying the pitch is a heavy turner, but it is quite interesting that as soon as we touch down in Trinidad, spin is coming more into the equation. Cornwall suddenly gets a bowl, having not bowled really at any point in the tournament, takes 2. Mujib arrives off a plane, does Mujib things, takes 2. I am fully expecting that through the Trinidad leg and then in the Guyana leg, spin's going to come on top. And again, if you haven't watched our latest episode on West Indies on 99.94, we talk about the fact that's why Guyana have Multi, Permo, Shamsi, Tahir. They would have planned knowing, boy, when we get to Guyana, spin's going to win. The problem is Guyana haven't even got going in the tournament yet, so it might be too late for them by the time they get to Guyana. But certainly Trinidad and Guyana is going to be the spin leg of the tournament. Just Ramon Simmons. They're just saying that there's been issues with the pitches, that they're much barer than they normally would be, and that there's not enough grass on the tracks because of the inclement weather. So yeah, I assume that their point they're making is that it's favouring spin in this tournament. Let me just see that TKR team. Have they got spinners in there today apart from the Rhine? Who else have TKR got in there that's a spinner? Let me go see. What's TKR team? Who's in there? Who's in their team? Say, sorry, people. I'm just going back to the TKR team to work out or look at who their other spinner is. Who is it? Narayan. It's just Narayan, isn't it? Who else is going to bowl spinning that? What's up? Oh my God. I don't know what TKR's tactics are today. Anyways, Puran pulls that, can't connect completely, runs through for. Oh, Narayan one is come through for 2. Puran sends him back. They only come through for 1. Sorry, people. I went back to the top to see if there's any comments that I've missed. Javid says Russell was informed, made runs in the 100. He may have been, but he ain't informed since his touchdown in the Caribbean. Well struck by Narayan, but no run. Finds the man on the perimeter. Just see if there's any more comments I've missed, people. Nope. Okay, let's go down to the front now and see what people are saying. Oh, Prasanna. Sorry, of course I missed Prasanna as a spinner for Trinidad. Again, Ramon Simmons. If you haven't watched our episode with Jake Lushmacrum, the CEO of the Barbados Royals and Rajasthan Royals, we spoke. Him and I spoke quite a bit about the impact of Ramon Simmons. Now, if anyone's watching this watch along and watching the game, obviously, who's not seen Ramon Simmons before and assuming he's come out of nowhere, this boy was doing stuff in the first class tournament. He not just appeared. People have been talking about him in Barbados even before this year's first class tournament, given what he was doing in club cricket in Barbados. So don't be surprised by this. Anybody who's a kind of aficionado of Barbados cricket will not be surprised in the slightest that Ramon has stepped up to the plate here. And it's just interesting that the CEO, Jake Lushmacrum, was saying how brilliant he thought Ramon Simmons was as well. So if you haven't watched that episode, it's on our YouTube page, episode 73. Obviously, you can also download, stream it on Spotify, Apple, all the podcast channels, etc. The latest episode of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. Yeah, a bit of aggression and energy there from Simmons, and that's the end of Simmons' first over. 4 runs off it. And TKR 47 for 4 off 9 overs. The spinners meant that the game feels like it's going a bit quicker. It's still not going to. I mean, the TKR innings is still not going to end until about 1:45 UK time, but I still got some energy going at this moment in time. Anyways, let me update the score. Go get some ice cream, to be honest, because long day for me out here. Right, so TKR 47 for 4, Puran 20 off 18, Narayan 5 off 12. Let's see what the comments are saying. Aaron says, oh, Puran. Corn, Jimbo back in again. Puran drives that down to the man at long off even, 1 run. Permel has the most mad test career. Was looking at this. He's played 8 tests over 10 years, but Jenny has an insane first class record. Yeah, Aaron, I think my whole thing is Permel's first class record speaks more about the quality of West Indian batters than it does about Permel's bowling. That's not to that's 1 run. That's not to say that Permel's not good. I think in West Indian cricket, anyone who has got insane stats in West Indian domestic cricket, which basically is only the spinners, it says more about the quality of West Indian batters than it does about the bowler. And again, Puran just content to work singles, rotate the strike. This is what I want to see when he plays for West Indies in the World Cup qualifiers. Rotate the strike. You don't have to go for the big shots early. Your team's crumbling around you. Set it up for the back end. Current run rate 5.26. Narayan drives that one down the ground, lofts it a bit. Again, they'll come through for one. Again, they're happy to. Oh no, they come back for two there. So that's good running. Set it up for the back end. Allow Dre Rust to come in with about 5 or 6 to go. Give him license to do what Dre Rust does. This game isn't completely lost yet. If Narayan doesn't lose his head and actually plays the situation, I'm not backing TKR if anyone thinks that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying that play the situation. We're coming up to the 10th over. There's still 60 balls to go. This game isn't like completely out of control. I think they have to consolidate for probably up till the 15th over, which then allows Russell to play his natural game when he comes in. Again, down the leg side by Cornwall. Puran thinks about running one. Narayan sends him back. That's the end of the over. 6 off it. We're at the halfway point, and it's 53-4. A bit of sedate action since all the clump of those wickets went. Before I update the score, let me just go through some comments. Again, people, press like, press subscribe. Let me go look at how many subscribers are on at the moment. We're on 3,038. So there's been an additional 10 subscribers since we started the live. Anyone who can see the likes, tell me how many likes we got. Press like, press subscribe, share, follow the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. We updated the website today. I updated the website today. So do go and look at the Caribbean Cricket Podcast if you struggle to keep up to speed with everything that goes on the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. I'll just put the link in the chat now. Click on that link and you get direct access to all of our episodes, all of the latest news, all of the latest Rum Shot Diary stuff that we do. I haven't done one of those in a while, actually. I'm thinking about reaching out to Stacey Ann King to talk to her. Also, you'll see the link there to our Patreon, merchandise, West Indies on 99.94, etc. So go have a look at that website to see all the different stuff we've been doing. Anyways, let's go through some comments. We're on the Angusta drinks break. And I'm going to go for an ice cream break in a minute because I've got to stay awake out here. Fish says he was out in Guyana for the Bangladesh games. The pitch was terrible at Providence. I don't know if it'll be the same for CPL. I suspect it will be. Prasanna's a legit leggy. Yo says, oh yeah, Carrie Pierre, but he's not in the team today. Obviously, Nikhil's injured. Seamus says, hey, folks, I joined here right at the start of the stream, but I lost power for a while, so I couldn't join to now. Big up, Seamus. I'm enjoying your run in WWE at the moment. Strong. Sheldon says the umpires have been bought off. Aaron says, do you think Simmons will get a gig in the South African League? He might, I don't know if he's in the supplementary draft or whatever, but given that the CEO of the Royals is big on him, you would assume he's going to get one of those kind of emerge. Here we go. Oh, it was umpire's call. Okay, so they're now showing what Hawkeye didn't show us live, and they're saying that it would have clipped leg for Pollard, and that's why they did give him out in the end anyways. Still think it's, I don't know. I still think it's a harsh one. Looks like Justin Graves was saying to him as he walked off, boy, that's a teeth out still. Yo says, here's some stats. Pollard's strike rate versus spin since his retirement is 83. Yeah, that might be the case, but he's still a great player, man. Come on. I think sometimes we're harsh against the GOATs of the game. Like, come on, man. We don't have to drag them down. We can just say that he's in a bit of a slump. Yo says, why can't Brooks do this when he plays T20 for us? Look at Puran. He's only hit 1-4, but it's rotating the striking strike is over 100. Yeah, but Puran's a special player. And this is a thing. Lots of people are waiting for the announcement of the West Indies World Cup squad tomorrow. And don't get me wrong, I'm intrigued to see what it is, but I think people need to be realistic. We're still going to catch licks in the World Cup, so who cares? Ultimately, who cares what the team is? And that I'm saying that as somebody who purports to be someone who covers West Indies cricket, and I will cover it, but I'm under no illusion that regardless of who is picked, we can argue about why did this player get picked, why did that player get picked, but it's all the same conclusion. We're going to catch licks when it matters. So I'm kind of just laid back about it all. Anyways, we're back now. Simmons back for his second over, 11th over of the game. First ball is pulled away by Narain. And the man comes in. The man comes in off deep mid wicket. Hayden Walsh. 1 run. They haven't bowled Hayden Walsh yet, actually. Maybe he's not going to. Maybe he's going to be specialist fielder today. Yo says there's only 20 likes so far. You lot are doing me dirty out here. You got me out here killing myself off for CPL watchalongs. People only want to give me 20 likes. Roads are cold out here. The struggle is real. Good ball again by Ramon Simmons. Full. And Pollard. Puran can't get anything on that. Fish says, just me or has Jason done absolutely nothing this season? Jason who? Jason Holder. I think, here's a hot take, but I stand by this hot take. Jason Holder is promoted by some West Indian fans as being a better T20 player than he actually is. He's 2 runs. That's well run by Puran. Pollard. I keep saying Pollard. Holder is a slightly above average T20 player. And that's not a disrespect. That's not a disrespect for me. I just don't think as good as people think he is. The only reason we think Jason is a really good T20 player is because he's Jason Holder. Like, if you take the name Jason Holder away from Jason Holder, I think people would actually judge him accordingly. He's all right. He's like a slightly above average T20 player. Nothing amazing, though. And what does that mean and how does that translate? It means occasionally he'll have very good days. More often than not, he just so. Yeah, so Bish is calling it on commentary, this saying that the Queen's Park Oval pitch is just slow. And that teams are now going to realize that the zip and bounce that they saw in St. Lucia and even to an extent in St. Kitts, we're about to go to pitches in Trinidad where you're going to struggle to time it. You're going to have to play innings like Puran's playing right now and rotate and wait for your moment. Or see, Puran tries to swivel and pull that one and nearly chops on. This isn't going to be a pitch that you can just come in and start blasting. Now, yes, when the Royals come to bat, maybe Quinton and Kyle Mayers and Rakeem will prove that I'm wrong, but it doesn't look like a blast from the get-go wicket in Trinidad. And this before we even get to Guyana. Yeah, yo, that's what people do. They'll bring up like major performances that Holders had as if that's the regularity. I'll never forget last year's World Cup. I think we did a live reaction to the T20 World Cup squad when Holder was named as a reserve. It was me, Nikhil, and Santoki. And I said big and bright with my chest. I said, I don't care that Holder's a reserve. I didn't think it was that major a problem. Everyone was making it out like we'd dropped one of the greatest players of all time in T20 cricket. And I was like, yeah, but he's not like he's a wicket taker. He's not making major runs that demand he must be picked. Now, in this iteration of our T20 side, yes, I agree that Holder is a certainty for both the team and the squad. But last year's tournament, no. Right, Puran finally decides he's had enough, comes down the wicket to Cornwall, and that's gone. It's the first 6 of the game. It's gone over cow corner. Sorry, deep extra cover even. first 6. Now, what's Puran saying here? It's 11th. We're in the 12th over. The Duppies are dancing in the stand. The Duppies and the Demons are dancing in the stands. What's the Trinidad name for them people again? Again, Puran comes down the wicket. Has he got enough on that? It's another 6. He's clearly targeted this over back to back. Shimmy and a 6. Wait, the Trini people in this chat, what do you call them Duppies on the stilts again? Those demons that dance on the stilts. What's the Trini word for them people? I can't remember the word the Trinis have for them. I called them the Duppies and the Demons, you know. I know there's a Trini word for those people, though. Anyways, back to that 6s from Nicholas Puran and TKR. That's it, Mokojumbi. I knew it was. I knew it weren't Duppy and Demon. And again, Puran back again. Oh no, look at me getting excited when it's a replay. See what I mean? Getting super excited out here. Did I pronounce it right? Mokojumbi. Big confab going on with Rakeem Cornwall. Jason's there. David Miller's there. Carl Mayers is there. They're probably Mayers obviously captained the 60 side. Miller is the captain. Jace is the next West Indies captain. So big confab going on about what Rakeem should do next. Puran's on the charge. Right, what's Rakeem going to do next? Or more importantly, what's Puran going to do next? And sensible from Puran. Just tries to work a single, doesn't get it. NFT. I don't know. I don't even understand what NFTs are, to be honest. Jan says Puran's going to soon get out. He's played that one for the covers, creamed it, but Hayden Walsh Jr.'s out there, and that's 1 run. I mean, they've already put Jimbo under pressure with the 2 6s at the top of the over. And to be honest, people, at this point in time, I'm about to put the mockers on Trinidad here. At 70 for 4 after 11 overs, they're setting themselves up nicely. Narayan is actually playing sensibly. I haven't even updated the score in ages. Narayan is actually playing sensibly and not giving it away. I'm about to... Again, Narayan drives that one through the covers for 1 run. 71 for 4. 1 more ball left of Rakeem Cornwall's over. 14 have come off it. This has been the best over of the match so far for the Knight Riders. Puran is 38 of 30. And the Ryan is 11 of 17. Last ball of the over. And again, it's a single. Drives it down the ground to long on. Puran moves to 39. 31. 15 off that over. So this is why T20s are funny, because if you gave me 72 for 4 after 12 overs, after my side was 37 for 4 after 7, I'd say, you know what, we're setting it up for a good back end. If Dre Russ does get going today, all of a sudden what looked like a chaotic innings for TKR could end up being a defendable total. This is why Trinidad, this is why you can never make kind of major statements about a T20 game at the very beginning. Do you know what? I've never had a doubles, you know. There's a local Trini shop near me, but I'm always, every time I order from them, I'm always getting the goat curry or the roti. But I've never got a doubles. I don't know if there's anywhere good in I think Roti Jupa is shut down. I don't know if there's anywhere good in London where I can get doubles. So yeah, sorry Trini people, I've never had a doubles. One day when Cricket West Indies or BT Sport or whoever else it is in the Caribbean realizes that they need to bring me onto comms, and I start traveling around the Caribbean covering cricket, that's when I'll start eating things like doubles. People need to bring me in, you know. So I'm just watching the TV. Man, them are hype. Anyways, Puran edges that one fine. With McCoy, not a bad delivery, but it's an elegant shot from Puran. Little delicate cut down to the boundary for 4. And Puran all of a sudden is on 43. Yeah, Supernova says biggest surprise inclusions will be Narayan. He's not getting picked. Lewis and Charles. No, I don't have Narayan in my squad, but not because I don't want him. He's just not getting picked. Lewis, has he done anything to justify getting picked? Possibly no, but if he takes a fitness test, he said, I don't know. What I do know is this Supernova, no matter what happens, there's going to be a big cuss out. That's the only thing I know. Anyways, 82 of you in the live. Big up the 82 of you in the live at this particular moment in time. Press like, press subscribe, follow the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. We're on the road to 4K YouTube subscribers. At the moment, we are on 3,039, which means we've had 11 new subscribers as a result of this live. Cold. That's one subscriber. What's that? So 66 minutes this live's been on. So one subscriber every 6 minutes. That means I'm due another one soon. Press subscribe, follow the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. And after you follow the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, go look at our archive. Go watch our latest episode. Episode 73 with the Rajasthan Royals, Barbados Royals, Pearl Royals CEO, Jake Lush McCrum. Go watch that. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I forgot that Puran's in my fantasy team, you know. Did I make him captain? I didn't. I made Kanar Lewis my captain. Anyways, Puran's in my team, so his runs will count for me today. So big up Puran. Let's see what the chat's saying. Aaron says, who do you think is the most talented batter in the Caribbean? I'd say it's between Brathwaite. Which Brathwaite? Craig. It depends. That's why. Depends what you mean by talent. Brathwaite's got the best temperament. I don't know if that means talent. But yeah, it's between Puran and Hetmeyer. I've always thought that Hetmeyer is better than Puran because I think that Hetmeyer, I mean, they're equal, aren't they? My gut has always told me that Hetmeyer is the most talented player in the region, probably because I actually think Hetmeyer's got more shots than Puran. Puran's actually cuts him in half there. Puran's actually a better player than Hetmeyer because Puran. What am I trying to say here? Puran is more likely to fulfill his talent more so than Hetmeyer. So I think Hetmeyer's slightly got the edge on him and has a slightly higher ceiling, but Puran will achieve more than Hetmeyer. Therefore, Puran's actually better than him. There, I think that's fair to say. But we're in a situation with Nicholas, I should point out, where Nicholas is 26 years old. I'm gonna make the same argument that I make all the time that some people don't like me making. Nicholas is going to turn. In fact, let me just check. Nicholas is 26. When's he going to turn 27? Let me just double check, people. Nicholas turns 27 next month. Okay. If we do not select Nicholas Puran in our test squad in the next year, I'm telling you now, he will never play test cricket for the West Indies. And once again, we're going to have another player where when they come to like Pollard's age, 35, 34, will be another stat where you look at his career and you're like, what? So he went, this player, this talented, went for his whole career and never played one test match. This is why I've always advocated just pick Puran anyway. The worst that can happen is he says he turns the selection down and says, I don't want to play. But all this chat back and forth about, I've spoken. When Desmond says stuff like, I've spoken to Puran and he does have interest in red ball cricket. Okay, cool. So pick him then. And I don't want no one to tell me about, but he's got to play red ball to be picked. Listen, we don't have time for that in the Caribbean. If you got talent, you got talent. That's the end of the story. Anyways, that's my little Puran rant for now. Anyways, I'm going to the press conference tomorrow, actually. So there is a press conference at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So look out for me. I might even I might even record a video about it, or at least certainly do live tweeting about it. So if there's any questions you want me to ask Desmond Haynes, send it to me on Twitter, and I'll ask those questions for you in the press conference if there once the so the squad will be announced at I think 1 o'clock Eastern time, and then the press conference is at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So yeah. Anyways, this partnership is 43 from 43. Javid, the press conference is behind closed doors, as in like invite for journalists and stuff. Vish says, how long is Miller holding back Walsh Jr.? I don't know if Walsh Jr. is going to bowl today. That's what I'm saying, Vish. He's surely not going to bowl him now, is he? Not so that what's Jason bowling now, but I mean, and just short of Azam Khan. Puran catches a bit of a tiny life there. Yeah, so Aaron, yeah, that point is right. When I say pick him in the test team, I mean pick him in the squad. Like at least carry him in a squad. If you're not going to play him, you're not going to play him, but at least expose him to it. I need to update this score because I haven't updated it in a while. So the score at the moment, people, is 81 for 4. We're in the 14th over. Puran and Narayan have done exactly what they needed to do. I said they need to take it to at least the 15th so that if Pollard, why do I keep saying Pollard? If Dre comes in and Narayan has pulled that, plugs in the outfield, gets 1. So when they get to the 15th over, this is the 14th. So I think there's maybe after this over, I think the conversation with Narayan has to be, you know what? Now just start hitting out. And if you get out, so be it, because Dre's coming in next. Because Narayan's done his job. He's played the situation. He's tried to rotate. He's given more of the strike to Puran. And now what this situation will demand after the end of the 14th over is that Narayan starts hitting out. If he makes runs, it's a bonus. If he doesn't, so what? Because Dre now comes in for the final 5. That's how tactically I would play it at this stage. Let me know in the chat if that's how you'd play it. Let me look at this. I need to go look at the scorecard because I need to work out. So Corbin Bosch, is Bosch in the side today, actually? It didn't even look. Wait, is he in this? No, because Bosch would have bowled by now. Sorry, people. I need to go back and look at this Royals side. Have they dropped Bosch? No, Bosch is in the side, so they haven't given Bosch a ball. They've called 2 here. Are they going to make it? No, they can only run 1. 1 ball left to this 14th over. Right. So there's 6 overs left after this. Jason's definitely going to bowl 2 of those. Majib will probably bowl 1. That's 3. Obed will bowl 2. Okay, yeah, Walsh Jr. ain't going to bowl today. Carl Mayers ain't coming back either. So between Holder, McCoy, and Simmons, they could bowl the 6 from them. They could give 1 to Majib in that. So, yeah, Walsh Jr. is just out there as a specialist fielder today. Full toss from a Holder, and Narayan deals with that 6. That's a really bad end to Holder's over. He bowled a really good over, but it's a maximum. It's a maximum. They bring up the half century partnership, 52 or 48, and you have to hand it to Narayan. You have to hand it to Narayan and Puran. They've done their job, or they're doing their job. Remember, TKR were 37. TKR were 37 for 4 after 7 overs. They've put together a 50-run partnership. And what this should show the Royals is that if you play the pitch and play accordingly to the pitch, you can get runs on here. And maybe Puran has shown them the way in so much as you don't have to go for big shot, rotate, get your eye in, and you will catch. You should catch up at the back end. So, anyways, we come to the final 6 now, and I think it's swinging time. Puran is 46 off 37. The Ryan is 20 off 23. 93 of you are in the chat at this moment in time. Big up the 93. Let's try get that to 100. Share, like, subscribe, follow Caribbean Cricket Podcast. Ramon Simmons is in. Full toss. And no, that might be a no ball. Yep, no ball. No ball. That nearly decapitated Puran, and they're going to come back for 2 as well. Bad cricket all round. They get 2, and it's a no ball. Puran will come back on strike. Ramon Simmons, boy, what are you going to bowl now for this no ball? Barbados needs to be careful here. They don't want to lose their heads. Yo says 170 is possible from here. I don't know about that. They're only 89 for 4 with 6 overs to go. You must be thinking that Puran and Dre are going to do an absolute madnesses. I got energy out here, you know, people. When I first came on, I was fresh off my sleep. I was scrambling out here, but it's 1:15 and I've caught life. 93 of you in the chat, still not up to 100. Let us touch that 100 people. Let them know that no live watch along is as entertaining as my live watch along. And Puran drives that down the ground, 1 run. Well bowled, well bowled by the Ute Ramon Simmons. I really like watching this Ute. Smooth with his run up. Love to see it. Love to see the West Indian talent come through. Nah, man. I need some of you lot to like send the watch along link to the people in the Caribbean and say, listen, this guy should be on our TVs. 102 of you in the live. Big up yourselves. Gunshot. Bap, 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 bap. Anyways, Ramon Simmons and Narayan hooks that one. Again, down to Hayden Walsh Jr. has been doing a very good specialist fielder job today. 1 run. 102's gone down to 96. The gunshots must have scared off 6 of you. We're back down to 96 of you in the live. Oh, wow says, do you think Cottrell makes World Cup? Nope. Javed says it looks like the emerging camp is doing well. 100%. Ramon Simmons is part of the academy. So after CPL is done, he will return to the academy. Of course, there's others. Oh, Nikita is with TKR. I didn't even know that. I need to send Nikita a message. That's Nikita Miller, people. He's part of the backroom staff for the Knight Riders. And that's 50 for Puran. That's a really good knock. I think we got to rate that knock. I think given the situation, whether you're a TKR fan or not, given the situation, I think you have to give that knock ratings. Now, if he can cash in at the back end, then it's a super knock. But the context of the match, that's a really good knock for Puran. So they put him into open. He adapted to the fact that his team basically was scrambling and crumbling around him. He's still there now after 15 overs. I have to rate that innings from the West Indies white ball captain. Anyways, let me go back to see what the subscribers are saying here. We are currently on 3,043 subscribers. So since we started this live, we have had 15 extra subscribers. Can anyone tell me how many likes are on at this moment in time? Last time I asked someone, they said 20. I said, no way we can only be on 20 likes. No way has the watch along crowd done me that dirty. Anyway, Simmons, here he goes again. Languid in his run up, and Puran advances down the track and again plays it out down to long on. 1 run. Donovan Peart says, we have this boy from Montserrat that can make any of these teams. The boy Williams, what's his first name? I don't know who you're talking about. Into it, people, if you could hear me typing. And it's face off from Simmons, and again, none for 17 off 3. 31 likes. Shaman says there's only 31 likes on this. Nah, man. Nah, man. Let me look off this live. You lot got me out here dying for 31 likes. Anyways, let me update the score. People got me out here sleeping for 2 hours a day for 31 likes. Nah. Slavery days are done, you know. Slavery is over. Anyways, the score is 98 for 4, 5 overs to go. Narayan now needs to start swinging because Dre Russ is in the hutch. When you planning for him to come to the crease, don't leave him in the hutch. Get out or get out. We're at that time of the innings, last 5. Minimum 50 runs needed off this last 5. If TKR get minimum 50 runs, they're going to set 150, which, given they're the first team to play on this track, could well end up being enough. Okay, let me just update Twitter. If you don't know about our Twitter people, go to @CaribCricket. Follow us there. Same on Instagram. Sorry, people are still updating thingy. Right, McCoy is back, and the Ryan hooks that down to man holder on the boundary on the leg side, 1 run. Right, updated Twitter. Let me get back to what I'm getting back to. Okay, so 99 for 4 for TKR. 92 of you in the live. Let's hit 100. McCoy back in, and Puran pulls that from a 6 stump line. That's a run. TKR bring up the 100 of 15 of 15.2 overs. Of 15.2 overs. They will be looking for. And that was DJ Bravo I just saw in the crowd there. Man's in his slacks watching the team. Narayan fetches that one. 6. Just over the boundary line. Narayan gets a 6, and his strike rate finally goes over 100. He's on 30 of 28. It's 106 for 4. Listen, I think TKR are thinking they can get to 160 from here, you know. If they get to 160 from 37 for 4, it's quite some going. Lots of us, well, I wasn't, but lots of you were cussing TKR when they went down, when they were dropping all their wickets in the power play, but they've only lost 1 wicket since the 7th over, and all this is looking not ominous, but they're set up here. They're set up to do some stuff. Oi, Narayan tries to swing again, runs through for a leg by. Simon Dool saying exactly what I just said. If they post 150, it is a problem now. Psychologically, it becomes a problem because Barbados would think, hold on, we had this team at 37 for 4 after 7 overs, and somehow they posted 150, 160. Those things have a psychological impact. Bowled him. Brilliant Yorker from McCoy, and Puran goes for 52. Timely strike. That's exactly what the Royals needed at that stage. Puran plays outside the line. Pollard puts his head in his hands. I don't think Pollard should be upset there. I get it. I mean, Puran was set, and he's probably thinking, boy, if someone gets out, you'd rather Narayan get out than Puran at this stage. But Puran's done his job. And the point is, Dre now comes in. Dre comes in now with a 4.1 overs to go. So it's still set up. Still set up for Dre at this stage. Question is, well, who knows? Dre is Dre. Dre is Dre. Dre does things that nobody else in the Caribbean really can when he gets going. So let's see if he can get going. Let's see if he can read the pitch. Does he even have time to read the pitch? Is it just see ball, hit ball at this stage? It probably is. The more interesting thing to me, for me, I should say, is can Narain do anything at this point in time? He's not looked fluent. He is there on 30 off 29, but he needs to Narain needs to be going at like 130 now. He can't be going at 101 strike rate. Supernova says anywhere over 155 to 160 is defendable. I'm still trying to work out what Miller's doing here. So I said he might go Holder, McCoy, and Simmons might bowl the final 6. There's 4 overs left. Simmons got 1. McCoy will have 1. Yeah, McCoy, Simmons, and Holder can do the last 4, and Russell takes 1 off the final ball. So Mujeeb, however, has an over left. So is Miller intending to bowl Mujeeb anymore? What's the plan here? Mujeeb's walking in as if he's going to be bowling the next over, so we shall see. Is he going to give Mujeeb? Yep, Mujeeb gets the over. Yep, so Mujeeb. So he must be bringing on Mujeeb for Dre Russ. He would only bring Mujeeb on now because Russ is at the wicket. So this suggests it's a matchup situation going on now. Akeem says, is Hayden Walsh playing? No. I mean, yes, sorry, but he's not bowling. He's a specialist fielder today. Javid said Mayers should have got 2 overs in the power play. So I think my assumption is that they've played Mujeeb because they assume that Dre is going to take him on. But Dre has actually played him out to the covers for 1 and got straight off strike. So this is interesting. Mujeeb wasn't brought on to bowl to Narain. I can certainly tell you that. Much. So arguably, you could say that Dre Russ has done the right thing in getting off strike against Mujeeb and will back himself to make runs off the Pacers in the final 3. Depends how Narain now plays Mujeeb. And off the pads for a couple here, they should definitely run 2. Don't let. Yep, they come back for the second. That's good running. Keep Dre off strike. Mujeeb is on to face Dre. So if you get some bonus runs off Mujeeb and keep Dre off strike, that's probably what TKR want. 91 of you concurrently in the live. If you haven't pressed like yet, do. Oh, is he gone? Gone. He's got Narain. Narain under-edges that through to Quinton de Kock. So Mujeeb's done his, well, I was about to say Mujeeb's done his job. I mean, he's taken 3 for 15, but it doesn't matter if he hasn't got Dre. He's taken Narain, and Narain goes for 30. Yeah, under-edge through to... That was actually there to be hit, but Narain has nicked that through. Right, so it's 1-1-1 for 6. Okay, this is good from the Royals now. So they've kind of, after it looked like TKR may well have set things up at the back end for Dre. Couple of double strikes here. McCoy got Puran. Majib has got Narayan. And all of a sudden, it's Dre and Prasanna at the crease. Dre hasn't even got going yet. Simon Dool is still saying what I think, which is at 150, might be good enough on this wicket. It's slow. It's not. Also, to me, it does not look like it's an easy track to bat on. So we shall see. Yeah, good point from Yo. It's a good take from Quinton. He made that look easy, and that certainly wasn't an easy take. Fish says, I believe Prasanna can bat, but I don't think you want him facing Majib. Correct. But if you just saw that, Dre wasn't interested in the run there. There was probably he's taking the run now. Oh, he might take two, in fact. Yeah, they'll take two. He's run there because they can take two. That's probably some bad field in there. So they take two. That's the end of the over. Dre only faced Majib for one ball, which is probably a good thing for TKR. So Majib has taken, who just got off the plane last night, has taken 3 for 17. Has taken 3 for 17 from 4. So now this is the key moment now of this whole innings. So Majib bowls 3 for 17 and 4. Majib just did Majib stuff. That's what he does, as Yo says. 4 overs. No, 3 for 17. 3 for 17 of 4 overs, unless that's what you meant, sorry. So Javid is saying Dew could play a factor later on. So, anyways, the point of this innings is now set up. This is what it was all about. What is Dre going to do at the back end now? He's going to face McCoy and probably Holder. I think Simmons is probably done now. 2 from Holder and 1 from McCoy. So Holder is taking the 18th. McCoy will take the 19th. Holder will probably take the 20th. This is the key over for me. How will Russell approach it? Goes for the big heave hole first ball. No run. I want to say the pressure's on Dre here, but he's been in this situation so many times before that maybe he's just like, this is me. But I mean, when I say, I guess that's why you're called a GOAT. Like, these are the points that people expect you to do what you do. But I don't know. Let's see. Again, he goes to the big heave hole. Jason bowls a slower ball. Prasanna wasn't backing up. They only get 1. Dre's not happy. Dre's not happy with himself there. A lot of wiping of the ball here. So I think, yes, people are saying that Dew will play a role. Quite possibly, yes. Yeah, Dre will be upset there. He just didn't time it. He put the big heave ho on it, but the ball was a good slower ball from Holder. Oh no, that's not out. That was going down the leg side, and they run through for the leg by. Puts Dre back on strike. Tashan says, "Good morning, Tashad." Must be what, 6:30 in the morning for you? See, there's a conversation going on about Puran. I thought Puran played well today, to be honest. Gone. Russell's gone. Goes for some helicopter shot. Holder celebrates, and Russell doesn't pay off. Yep, Javon is right. Let me put that up. Set the trap. Holder fall. Sets the trap. Russell falls into it. So 3 from 5 for Dre. And this is how this game changes so quickly. At one point, after 15 overs, having recovered the innings, TKR were 100 for 4. Who's coming in? Is that Big Belly Ravi Rampal? Rampal, Rampal's coming next. Interesting. Does Rampal still have big sixes in his locker? Yeah. So yeah, at one point, TKR were 100 for 4 or 15, having recovered the innings. Now, 2 overs later, they're 115 for 7. So that's what I'm saying. There's no point in making big assumptions about T20 cricket. It can all change so quickly in a matter of balls. Yo now saying they'll be lucky to get to 130. I don't know. Again, T20 is so interesting. Like there's 12. There's still 16 balls left of this innings. Don't be surprised if somehow they still got to 140 because that's just the nature of T20 cricket. They could easily be bowled out of 120. They could easily get to 145 unexpectedly. So just let the thing play out, That's a dot ball. This is brilliant over from Holder. Dot 1, leg by wicket. Dot. So 2 runs off this 18th over. How's he going to finish it off? Tashan says, "Are TKR suffering for having too many good players at the same time?" I don't know. The advantage TKR have is even if they lose today, Rampal works out for a single. So 3 runs off the over. 3 runs off the over for Holder. Excellent over from Holder. He's got 1 for 20 off 3. More importantly, that 1 was a crucial wicket of Trey Russ. So also, so Tashan, the point I'd make there is that the only thing I would be mindful of saying to people is even if TKR lose today, it's a problem. But if you actually look at the table, no one's beaten Barbados Royals. So all that will do is put Barbados Royals, basically put them in the semi-finals, but put them even further ahead, 6 of 6. But at that point, TKR would only have played 5 games. And because no one has got too far away, you could probably win 3 out of the last 5 and probably still make the final 4 because nobody else is playing well. If that makes, everyone's just beating everybody. So, and then once you get to the semi-finals, as I often say to people, once you get to a semi-final, semis is semis. Anybody can beat anybody at that stage because it's T20. Remember the year when Guyana won all of their games, then got to the final and lost? Like some knockout games are a different beast. So Barbados can go 6 from 6, get to the final 4, and then just catch a cut ass from somebody who barely snuck into the final 4. So it's about playing well when it matters, which is the final 4 and the final. So get into the final 4 and the final is actually what you need to do. Or get into the final 4. That's the first. How you get there is irrelevant. Just get there. Akeem says Ghana going to be the ones to beat Barbados. Anyways, McCoy is bowling the 19th. Rampal and Prasanna can barely put the ball on bat. They're 117 for 7. Prasanna plays some madman shot there, gets 1 for it. This is definitely a wicket where you're going to have to bowl off cut. I expect to see Pollard bowl for Trinidad later. You're going to have to bowl off cutters into the pitch, a lot of slower balls, a lot of variations. I don't think out and out pace is going to do much here. It's going to be obviously the spin bowlers, but then also the bowlers who are clever with their bowling. So Rampal and Pollard may well have a big role to play here. And again, Rampal. Oh, he works that fine. He might get no. Bosch manages to cut it off for 2. 120 for 7. 2 more balls to go in this 19th over. So, 120 for 7. I think from here, they'll want to get to 130 from here, like 6 balls to go. And what's that now? Who's that? Again, pace off, and Rampal again plays it out to extra cover. It's 1 run. 1-2-1 for 6. 1 ball to go. Rampal 5 of 5. Prasanna 3 of 6. Can Prasanna bat? Like, every time I've seen this guy so far in the tournament, I'm like, you can't bat. Anyone who knows Prasanna, can this guy actually bat? He looks like he's frightened to bat. Well, he's out. So that answers my question. Hits it high, sky high. McCoy takes a wicket. Mayers takes a catch. 1-2-1 for 8. It's pace off again. I'm telling you, people, this isn't a hit the deck hard lengths bowling track. It's cutters, it's variations, it's slower balls. I would be shocked if Rampal cannot maximize on that. I'd be shocked if Pollard doesn't bowl 3 overs of off cutters into the pitch. And then a lot boils down to what can the Rhine do with his 4 overs. It's going to be very, very interesting because up until now, Mayers and Cornwall's approach in the power play has been hit out, get out, and more so hit out. But it just doesn't strike me as the kind of pitch where you can just go, like, just blaze away and expect to score runs. Tashan says in 2019, I presume it's about Prasanna, when TKR picked him, it was a good pick. He regularly played league cricket, but now, 3 years later, it's a strange pick. I've seen nothing from him to suggest that he should have been picked. So 1 over left. Yo is going to be right here. He said TKR won't even make 130. That looks like a no ball. What's that? No ball? Yeah, no ball. It was no ball. I thought so. Right. So why is Simmons bowling the last over here? Wait, what just? Wait, what? Wait, what's going on? Wait, what's going on here? Sorry, anyone who's watching, well, you should all be watching. Was Simmons just taken out of the attack for the second no ball? Because Jason Holder now is bowling. What the hell's going on here? Has he been taken out of the attack? He just bowled that ball. They'll run 1, surely. Did they run 1? Yeah, they ran 1. Let me go into the chat, see what you lot are saying. Did he just get taken out of the attack? What? Sorry, what have I just missed there? Simmons bowled the ball. Simmons bowled a no ball. Holder's now taking the ball. It was a no? What's going on? Did Simmons just get taken out of the attack, as in told he can't bowl anymore because he's bowled 2 no balls? Because why is Jason suddenly bowling? What have I missed here, people? Someone tell me. And by the way, Jason should have been bowling. Anyways, Rampal takes on Jason, and he's got 6. Big belly Rampal hooks him for a 6. I told you, he's got this in his locker, big belly. 129 for 8. Yeah, but oh wow says they wanted Simmons to get experience versus bowlers. But my point is, he bowled the ball and then Holder took it. Did he get removed out of the attack? Did the umpire say he's got to come out of the attack for bowling 2 no balls? What happened there? Who knows what happened there? Yes, Javid, they are making 130. Rampal goes again. One knee is gone for it. I don't think he's got enough on this one. No. Who takes that? Miller takes the catch. Right. Akeem is the first person to say it. He got removed out of the attack, which is what I assumed. So Simmons bowled the hip hip high full toss, got removed out of the attack because that was his second hip high full toss, or waist high full toss, stomach high full toss, call it whatever you want to call it. So he got removed, and then Jason Holder has taken the rest of the over. But Rampal's out. Holder gets his second. Holder should have bowled the last over anyway. It's 129.9. TKR will get to 130, you would assume, assuming they don't lose another wicket. So on the screen, I've put that it's 129 for 9 off 20. Obviously, I'll update that based on the last 3 balls. Anyways, there's 91 of you in the live. I've stopped paying attention as to how many were in the live. And I saw us get to about 116 a few minutes ago. The subscriber numbers have gone down again. You'll have done me liberties. 3,038 subscribers. So that's a total of 10 extra since this live started. I don't know how many likes are on. But as we approach the end of the end of this Trinidad innings, before you go take a break or whatever it is you do, press like, press subscribe. And Trinidad 130 for 9, by the way. Two more balls to go. Make that one more ball to go. They get another single. So they've at least reached 130. I don't think that's enough, but you just never know. So Tashan is still in the live, I presume. Talk to me about Prasanna's leg spin bowling. I realized today that I've not even done a live watch along. That's another slub or the pavilion. They might as well run the second. They're going to get it as well. No, he's out. Right. All out for 132. So TKR bowled out for 132. So TKR bowled out for 132. Barbados should be favourites to chase that. I'll just go through the scorecard. Puran 52, Webster 11, Munro 1, Seifert none, Pollard 6, Narayan 30, Dre 3, Prasanna 3, Rampal 11, De Pavilion 3, and Jaden Seals 1. Not out. The bowling, Carl Mayers 1 over, none for 6, Majib 4 overs, 3 for 17, Chase 4 overs, 2 for 31. Rack or Jimbo, 4 overs, 2 for 27. McCoy, 4 overs, 2 for 30. And Ramon Simmons, 3 overs, none for 17. Now, the last game I did, which was the actual last game of cricket in the CPL, I thought that the Kings had done terribly to get 161. And I said at the halfway stage that, yeah, Patriots should chase this. And then Patriots were useless. And only made 100. At this stage, TKR having only made 132, Barbados should chase this and win this. However, this track does not look easy to bat on. So it's Barbados' game to lose because you should always chase 132. But I just state this now. how Narayan goes, how Prasanna goes. So that's 8 overs of spin. And then it's about how clever Rampal bowls. You've just basically seen McCoy and Holder bowl slower ball after slower ball, cutter after cutter, off-pace delivery after off-pace delivery. Even Ramon Simmons was doing it, okay? If there's... Rampal is one of the best exponents of using his brain and bowl into conditions, much less it's in Trinidad. Pollard is an underrated off-cutter bowler who knows how to bowl into a pitch and use the conditions. So it's not necessarily a straightforward game here. But yes, Barbados should win this. Again, it all depends on the power play. If TKR can take 3 wickets in the power play like the Royals took 3 wickets in the power play, then who knows? Tashan just saying, though, that Prasanna is not a 4-over bowler. Yes, yeah, so we shall see. Anyways, people, that's the halfway point. That's the halfway point of the innings. Like I did for the Kings versus the Patriots on Sunday, I've decided, probably more so to help me stay awake, that I will do... that I'm now extending these lives to the first 6 overs of the reply. So, wait, Javon's saying, are you staying for the squad announcement? What? Javon, that's tomorrow. Squad announcement is at 1 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. So, that's going to be in the middle of the... whatever the 3 o'clock game is tomorrow. I can't remember who's playing. Or when I say 3 o'clock, I mean UK 3 o'clock. So anyways, people, I'm going to do the first 6 overs of the Royals reply, the power play, and then I'm leaving to go write the match report for CPL. So I'm going to take a 10-minute break to live my life. I'll leave the live on. I'll come off the screen for a bit. Continue to chat in the comments if you know each other, blah, 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 blah. And I'll see you in 10 minutes or so. If you haven't yet, press like, press subscribe. In fact, let me just check how many subscribers I've had, because you lot colding me out in the subscribers, 3,039. So there's been an extra 11 subscribers since doing this live. I'll go and have a look at the likes in a minute. So press like, press subscribe, and see you all in 10 minutes. Oh, Fireball, who's live in the ground, says, my halftime report, thank the Lord for my Trini Posse tickets, gives me access to rum and doubles. Yep, that's the only thing keeping Fireball going live in the ground. But people, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Catch you then. Peace. Yes, people, I'm back. We back. Power play time. Who can believe it? Who can believe it? When I first started doing these streams, I said, you know what? I'm only sticking around for the first innings and I'm going to write these match reports. But I love this game. Caribbean Cricket Podcast community, I'm out here. This power play is sponsored by Curly Whirly. It's not. I'm just eating some chocolate because I got another hour and a half of this to go. Blouse and skirt. So Barbados favorites to win this. 7 seconds to go before the start. We back, people. Like, share, subscribe, do your thing. Let's go. Kyle Mayers, Rakeem Cole back together again after Rakeem's injury woes. Ravi Rampal has the ball. Off cutters, slower balls. That's what's needed on this pitch. First ball, bit of hint of swing. Rakeem swings across the line. No run. Gonna email CPL and say fly me to CPL next year. I've been doing watchalongs on my own. You man have 7 people in the commentary box rotating, and I'm out here doing this on my ones. Oh, that looks out. Hold on. Rakeem's gone big. Russell's on drip. Dropped it. And with that, he's probably dropped the match. He's looking at the field like he's slipped at the last minute. Maybe he has. That should have been taken. Big drop. He slipped, yes, but he slipped after he dropped it. Rakeem catches alive. Rampal. I don't know. Maybe he slipped just as he was taking it. Anyways, again, Rampal, hint a swing. It's wide. Mayers goes after it. No run, but it's a wide. Was that the match? Cornwall dropped on Numb off Ravi Rampal. Dre Russ, don't expect to be named in that West Indies T20 squad, you know. My heart says pick him. My head says don't pick him. It's time to move on. Oh, he's gone for the LBW shout. That's going down leg. Don't review that. It's a good over so far from Rampal, though. Right on the money immediately, using the pitch conditions. If you were with me in the live just before the break, this is exactly what I said. Rampal's going to use his nous and bowl according to pitch conditions. Off pace, cutters, use the conditions. Hint a swing. Mayers goes after this one, though, and pulls that for 4. If you're 77 of you apparently in the live, no comments, but I'm not bothered. Press like, press subscribe. How many subscribers are we on now? 3,043. 3,043. Long way to 4K, but we set a target, we move. Oh, again. Mayers swivels on that. Doesn't get anything on that. Rampol beats him. 85 of you in the live. Make sure you're pressing like. Make sure you're pressing subscribe. At the halfway stage, I went to check to see how many people had pressed like. It said 48. Then I went to see how many people had clicked in to watch any aspect of this watch along, and it said 4,400 views. And you lot only give me 48 likes. Dying out here for the... Oh, again, cut away again, and Mayers gets another 4, and that's the end of the first over. That's why Mayers and Cornwall are so dangerous, because they both take the hit out or get out mentality. And if they do hit out, they're going to make runs very, very quickly. Mad hot on me right now. Let's find a way to cool down this laptop. You know how sometimes cold water just tastes good? That water went down like it was from heaven or something. Anyways, Royals 10 without loss from 1. Rakeem Cornwall dropped on 0. And Darren Dupavilion. First time I'm seeing this guy in action. Haven't seen any of the TKR games with this guy before. Are TKR missing Ali Khan, by the way? Is that a big miss for them? Apparently this guy bowls good clicks. Let's see. That's out. Plumb, full, straight. Unless he thinks Cornwall's got bat on it, that's out. What are they doing? Are they reviewing? If Cornwall's... They are going for it. If Cornwall's got no bat on it, it's out. It's hitting, it's crashing middle stump. The only thing that can prevent that being out is that Cornwall got an inside edge on it. But they have to go for the review, because now Cypher has told Cornwall go for it. That was some serious pace though. Full, straight, crashing into the pads. Has Cornwall inside edged it though? I like that action from Dupavilion. Cornwall's not got any bat on that. There's no bat on that. I'm going to... Obviously, Ultra Edge might say something different, but there's no bat on that to me. Yeah, there's no bat on it. Even with my naked eye, I could see no bat. I think that's crashing into leg stump. I think that's out. Who was the umpire that gave it not out? That looked plumb to me in real life. Cornwall must have tricked the umpire by holding up his bat, because that never looked like he got bat on it. Oh, no, 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 no. Miss him. Miss him. There was me saying that's plumb. Cornwall was trying to say he hit his bat. It was neither. It's just going down leg, and they've lost their review. Or they've lost one of their reviews, I should say. So there's me saying that was plumb. I thought it was plumb. Maybe the pace confused me. Yeah, Javid, sorry, I saw your earlier point. Yeah, but if you go and look at Cornwall's numbers, he is one of the best power play strikers in the game, because he goes at like 145 or 150 in power play because of that pure mentality. Gone. Nick behind this time? Nope. Oh, God. What's he done there then? What's he done? Has it hit his shirt? Must have hit one of Cornwall's rolls of body fat, because other than it hit something. What's that hit now? Yeah, that's come off his thigh. To Pavilion making things happen, though. Rampal made things happen in the first over as well. There's clearly something out there in terms of the pitch, but Trinidad have to strike early. There's gone. Bowled out is blood. Anyways, middle stump gone. Du Pavilion clicks, serious clicks of pace. Cornwall ran down the wicket to try and hoist him out the ground. I guess he had no option, because he was looking stressed out there. Gone. 1 run. First wicket. Barbados 10 for 1. I feel like something's happened in every single ball of this innings so far. Oh, yeah, this Du Pavilion's bowls with some serious clicks, you know. That was one of those full straight serious clicks. If you ain't going to hit this, I'm bowling out your middle stump. Tashan says, is there an academy for the Royals in Barbados? Not that I know of. There's just a massive talent pool in Barbados in general. Cameron says, Du Pavilion looks like a star in the making. He certainly looks like he's got something about him. First time I'm seeing the Ute. That's wide down the leg side. He's going to have to bowl that one again. 3,045 subscribers. Thank you to anyone who's pressed subscribe during the course of this live. We've added an extra 17 in this live. Every little bit counts. Don't know how many likes we've got, but press like as well. Earlier on in the first innings, we got up to 100 and I think 17 of you in the live at any one point in time. Javid says, isn't Du Pavilion in his 30s? I don't know. He's a Ute to me, though. Let me see. 28. Yeah, Cornwall just said, F this. I'm not going to just get out. I'm going to run down the wicket. Well played off the hips there. Excellent shot by Bosch. 4 runs. Let me go look at my fantasy team, see who I've even got playing today. Sorry, people. I'm just looking at my fantasy team. I'm trying to find what it is. Anyways, Du Pavilion back in. And again, not again, no run by Bosch. That's the end of the over. And 5 off it and a wicket. Royals are 15 for 1 off 2. Yeah, Vish is right. Like this is a Tuesday night. It's a work night. Crowd is busy like it's weekend. When's the weekend game? So TKR have got Jamaica on Saturday and wait, what? What's the Sunday game then? Sugar. What's the game on Sunday, people? What's the midnight game? What's the evening game on Sunday? They've got Jamaica on Saturday. So what's the evening game on Sunday? Anyone know? Let me go. Let me go see what the evening game is because I'm covering that one, whatever it is. Rampall back in for the third over. Mayers hooks that for 6 off his hips. Sorry, I'm still trying to look for fixtures here. Where can I find the fixtures? Pollard not looking happy with that delivery there from Ravi Rampall. I'm still trying to find fixtures. Here we go. Barbados versus Guy. No, that's Kings versus Knight Riders. Okay. So TKR versus the Kings. Yes, on the weekend, TKR have Jamaica and then St. Lucia. So it'll be really interesting to see what the crowds are like on the weekend. It's going to be absolutely manic. Mayor, it's through the gap. It's through the gap. I thought he'd guided that. To a fielder, but he dissects the covers perfectly. It's another 4, and this is what happens with Mayers. Well, and Cornwall, although Cornwall is obviously out, they hit out or get out. Mayers is already on 18 off 7. Yeah. Sorry, I'm saying yeah. Bish just said that TK are missing. That's another one cut through the covers, up and over the covers. It's another 4, 29 for 1. It's the backward punch. Mayer's already 22 off 8. Royals going to win this one easily at this rate. Michael says 6 from 6 for Barbados. 6 from 6 for Barbados. What do you think? Well, if Rampall continues bowling like this, then most certainly. The problem, Akil Hussain, if he was fit, would have bowled by now. He would have taken one of these early overs. Catches Mayers on the hip there. Mayers goes for another big one. Doesn't get anything on that one. Yeah, this is where they miss Akil, because Akil, you feel, would have just taken the ball from the start. Mayers currently most runs this season, 228. Johnson Charles, 227. Rothman, 200. Will Johnson Charles get a World Cup call-up tomorrow? Well, the squad's already picked. Will he be announced in the World Cup squad? He's certainly got a good chance. You kind of sense that one of him or Fletcher is going to get called into the World Cup squad, if not both. I think it'll be hard for them to ignore Johnson Charles, to be honest. Oh, straight through him to pavilion, back on, straight through Bosch. My dad's just sent me the video clips of me on Jamaican TV today. So I did an interview on, don't know if anyone in here is Jamaican or lives in Jamaica, but I did an interview on TVJ about Puran, Powell, should Fabian Allen be in the World Cup squad, should Dre Russ be in it. And he's just sent me the video clip, so it must have just aired in Jamaica because it's been sent to me. So I'll put that up on Twitter at some point. Javed says his late night games aren't good for his eyes. Listen, it's 2:20 in the morning and I got work. I got to get up for work in 3 hours and 40 minutes. I'm just praying to God right now. Fish, Fish saying that Carl is treating Rampal like an old yellow. Surprise Pollard. Surely Pollard's going to bowl himself. One of the best exponents of cutters. Driven out to covers. 1 run. 31 for 1. 32 for 1. Aaron Ganga on comms saying, why hasn't Pollard turned to Narayan and Prasanna in the power play? I mean, the Pacers are going for licks. Oh, that's poor. Who's that? It's Narayan. That's rubbish. He's at short third man, and he just lets it go through him. That's got to be stopped. It's a slice from Mayers. Gets away with it. 4 runs. The game looks like it's already gone, to be honest. Pavilion back on, bowling the 5th ball of the over. Mayers again attacks that. Doesn't beat the man on the perimeter, no run. Required run rate is just 6. So hopefully, I mean, the good news is if the Royals can win this quickly, I can go to bed. Mayers again through the covers 4. That smoked it. He's seeing the ball like it's a football out there. He has to bring on the Ryan. Pollard's got no options here. The Royals are 40 for 1 after 4 overs. He's got to bring on someone who can offer him some level of control. Apparently 5.2k views on this live watch along thus far. So says YouTube. 3,046 subscribers. So we've added 18 subscribers today. Thank you to anyone who subscribed. I don't know how many of you have pressed like, but please do press like at some point in this live watch along, and certainly before you go. Right, he does turn to Narayan as expected. I want to go to this point from Mick. Oh, immediately a bit of a turn from Narayan. Mick says, I blame the head coach. Santoki and I recorded an episode for West Indies on 99.94 where I raised questions about how TKR's coach is KKR's assistant coach. That's 4 runs, guided through the covers by Bosch. And I just said, why? Obviously, I get it, the KKR TKR link, but who is this guy? And certainly, based on how he's coached TKR so far, he's fumbling the bag big time. Good adjustment for Ian and Ryan after getting licked down for 4. He's gone dot 4 dot. At least the Trini people are getting to drink their beer, eat some doubles, drink some rum, living their life. Again, no rum. 4 balls, 4 runs. Narayan's going to have to basically, and the thing is, no, Javid says 40 likes. Is that all? No, it can't be 40 likes because at half time, it said 48 likes. So let me go log on my phone and see how many likes there are. You lot could never be having me out here for 40 likes. You couldn't have done me that dirty. Oh, sorry. I just looked up people. There's me on my phone trying to find it. You lot had already told me the answers. So 60 likes. Thank you, people. Anyone else who's still in the live, if you haven't pressed like yet. I just realized there's one more over to go. So people, I'm out of here after this last over. One more over left of the power play, and then my 2 hours and 30-minute stint of this live is done because I have to write this match report for CPL. The score is 45-1 after 5 balls. So 6 after 5 overs. So 6 more balls to go of this live. 63 likes. So the 80 of you who are concurrently in this live right now, all of you who haven't yet pressed like, go and press like before you go. Subscribe before you go, because I've only got 6 balls to go before I go and write this match report and watch the rest of this match on the couch. That's a wide ball from Jaden Seals. So there's still 6 more balls to go. All of you still in the live, press like. All of you still in the live, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow. What's the game again tomorrow? Oh, it's a chicken curry derby. So I'll be back for TKR versus Guyana. That looks like a must-win game for both teams. So join me tomorrow as well. 75 of you in the live. 75 of you best press like. Anyways, Jaden Seals back in for the actual first legal ball, and that's wide again. So there's still 6 more balls left of me being on this live because Jaden Seals is yet to bowl. Jaden is yet to bowl a legal delivery. Pollard needs to bring himself on. I'm surprised he's not turned to himself. Soon as this power play, soon as this last ball is done, Pollard needs to bring himself on. Seals needs to hurry up and bowl the legal ball. People have got bed to go to here, you know. And he does bowl one outside of stump. Bosch can't do anything with that. No run. Right. The key question here is how much pressure can TKR build once the restrictions are done? That's 1 run. Bosch turns that into the leg side. No, they come back for nearly came back for 2, gets sent back. So 5.2 overs bowled, 48 for 1. 4 more balls to go before I duck out of this live. I will be back tomorrow for TKR versus Guyana, if I can actually live my life. And Mayers plays off his hip. It's gone fine. 4 beats the man at short third man, or fine leg even, and it's another 4. I tried to talk this match up at the halfway stage and say, oh, you never know. I mean, if TKR do X, Y, Z, then so on and so forth, TKR getting licked down here. Mayers, it's too hot. It's 34 from 15 deliveries. Nuts. And again, Mayers can't be the man in the covers. Right, there's a comment from, was it Tashan? Let me go find that. Tashan says, don't you think TKR a spinner short? Yeah, but that spinner's Akil Hussain and he's injured, so I don't know what much, unless you're saying they should have played Kari Pierre. I don't know. Don't know how effective that would have been. Right. Mayers advances down the wicket. It's a no. I thought he'd got another 4 there, but Munro comes around the boundary, 2 runs. Right, 1 more ball to go, people, and then I am out of here to go and watch the rest of this match. I think I might be able to get in bed by 3:30 here because Mayers has got the Royals off to such a good start that what? How many runs more do they need? Like another 90 runs. It shouldn't take them that long. Even with the field restrictions, it shouldn't take them that long to win. They should, if going how they're going right now, this game should be over by the 15th, 16th over. But obviously, a lot changes in T20. All you need is 1 wicket brings 2, and again, that's another 4. Another 4. Mayers, is he on 50 yet? Carl Mayers is on 40 off 18. It's 58 for 1 off 6, and the Royals have done a madness in the power play. Mayers is having an MVP tournament. Right, okay, so just take that comment off. So people, halfway stage, Barbados Royals after 6 overs, after the end of the power play, are 58 for 1. I now have to go to watch the rest of this match, submit the match report to the CPL people. Thank you to everybody who has joined me on the live today. Do join again tomorrow if you've got time. Before I go and before you go, do press like, do press subscribe, continue supporting the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Carib Cricket. Our website is www.caribbeancricketpodcast.com. Listen to West Indies on 99.94 DM, which is our subsidiary show as well. Lots of content out there. Last episode we did was looking at the Guyana Amazon Warriors. So if that's your team, go watch that. But in the meantime, people, that's me today. I'm out. It's 2:34 in the morning in the UK. Probably got another hour of this to go before I can go to bed. So peace. Like, share, subscribe. A bot's in there to end this all off as well. Goodness gracious me. Like, share, subscribe. As I'm about to go, Narayan bowls a perler. Has Bosch reaching outside his off stump. He can't do nothing with that. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, and people, I shall see you soon. Peace. We rule the cricket world. Now the rule seems coming. Welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things West Indies cricket. By the fans, for the fans.